Okay. Per my sergeant, you are good to go.
Okay, hang on.
Sure. Hi.
Hi. No, I was just going to close the door because I saw him leave earlier.
Okay.
And
I'll
The
close
garage-
it when we leave.
the garage was open and it's been closed. So,
Yeah. So I was able to verify the paperwork in terms of ownership of the vehicle that's being taken as well as ownership of the home. And so she's just grabbing one of the golf courts that is lawfully hers is all. She'll button up the house before she leaves, okay?
okay. Let me see if I can call them because I don't think that. I think it should be known that everybody's involved knows. What's
She
going on.
knows. She's known for 4 months. And I've given her 48 hours. Today at 5 was her deadline, and she refused to comply.
Okay.
I
Let me
think-
see if they answer.
I thank you for being a good neighbor. Thank you,
You're
ma'am.
welcome. Well, they always, everybody here, if a garage door is open, they come
Everybody
and check.
pays
Or they call us and we.
Or they call you. And I leave mine open because the light comes on,
Sure.
and so everyone's coming over and closing mine.
Thank you, ma'am. You guys can go ahead and go about. Just be sure to only move the vehicle that you're registered to.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay. I just want to make sure. You want to come with me so that you see
if
that
you would prefer,
I would, because
as long as you're welcoming
I
me
don't
in,
want to
then
be
yes.
accused of doing anything. I have to get the key
Okay.
to move the vehicle. So that means I have to enter the house, which I have avoided doing up to this point because I just didn't want the
Sure.
confrontation.
Is there any pets or dogs or anything in the
No.
house? Okay.
So and I probably need to get the key to the golf cart too because it's not in there. Oh, there it is. Okay, golf cart key.
What are you doing in my house?
Oh,
Hey, police!
police knocked on the door and he said I could enter and get the key to move the
What
car.
the hell is going on?
She no longer lives here, sir.
Okay, I understand that, but she also has ownership of the home.
Can you get her out of my house, please? There's a court document that
Okay, can
says
you stand
that this
outside on the
house
sidewalk
belongs
just for a
to
second?
her.
Thank you.
Yeah, squared away.
Okay, why aren't you answering the door when I answer? Well,
I
knocked
was
multiple
passed
times.
out.
Okay. So we're trying to solve the problem.
Off of my property, please, sir.
Here's the deal, ma'am. I verified through the Maricopa County Assessor. You guys both have ownership of this home right now.
Okay, so.
Her just as much as you do.
Okay, how is that? Because I have a court order that is a divorce decree that states that this home was given to me. In the court. No,
Here's
no,
the question.
no.
If that's the case,
Hang
she still
on.
owns a golf cart
Hang
that
on a
she's
second.
trying to get.
Right. So.
Touche.
This
Let's
is-
see your
Yeah,
version
it's
of the
been
order.
very contentious.
Okay,
Right, Can
I-
you make sure it's been a problem? Can you make sure she's off the
And
property,
how,
please?
I got a question. How did the garage door get open?
Yeah, I want to know how the garage door got open.
So she has access to the house still.
How did the garage door get
No.
open?
We've changed the code.
Here's the thing. I wasn't here. The garage door was open when I got here.
Okay, so I got to ask questions too. Can you get the divorce decree, please? So she's trespassing. See, this has been very contentious. Okay?
Yes, it has been very contentious.
So the issue is I don't want the golf cart, but I need titles, and she will not assist in trying to get that. I have
Okay.
titles to vehicles that I need, and that's all I need, right? So, yeah. Here's the divorce decree. What else do you need to know?
So the divorce decree that she was showing me showed ownership of, or the disbursement of both of the golf carts.
That's incorrect. The maroon golf cart was awarded to me. The blue golf cart was awarded to her.
That's what it said. Do you have that particular paperwork handy? I just want to see it on your
Yeah,
paperwork.
and did she show you that part where the home was awarded to me?
She's told me that specifically you guys are in the process of buying her out.
It doesn't matter. So this is the issue, right? So the home was awarded to me,
Okay.
right? The golf cart was awarded to her. This was all supposed to be done. She went on a vacation and chose not to do anything, which is her right. Okay?
Ma'am, can I just have you on the sidewalk for now? Hold on. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Where is the portion of your divorce decree
I'm
that
gonna go get it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
I got a question.
Thanks. Ask.
Why, if she's here to get the golf cart, did she come past that door when she knows that she doesn't live here, even though she's on the deed and she's refinancing it right now? So that's how she's trying to get away with that. But I'm just asking a question. So why does she feel like she needed to come in this house? Because all she's wanting to do is be nosy. That's all that is.
The reason why she was coming into the house to talk on behalf of her is because one of the vehicles, the one on the passenger car as opposed to the Jeep, she can't get her golf cart out if she wanted to right now. That is the only thing.
But you're coming into a home without a warrant just because she's saying, oh, I'm on the deed. Did she show you that she was still on
I
the
verified
deed?
through our sources that she is indeed still on the deed,
But
so she
did
has
he-
ownership of the
But
home.
did she tell you that she's not owner of this house anymore based on the divorce?
I'm sorry, I don't have, I can't.
It's
I
not
got it
printed
yet.
on there?
If you see, where's
She
that
is-
stuff we printed the other day to take to the CAM office?
Well, some of it was the old stuff.
That's
that
what
we
you gotta
tore up.
find.
Oh,
So, that was the other thing, is she lied to the CAM office and said we were still married.
Well, I can assure you she didn't say that to me.
Okay, no worries. Unbelievable. So, I'm trying to find it, I'm sorry.
Playing hardcore out there today. From Denver to Philly, we go and NFC.
This is a bad deal.
Game between the Cowboys.
So before we go any further on that one, would you agree that she still is on the deed to the home currently?
She is on the deed to the home,
Okay.
okay? But the home has been awarded to me.
Okay.
I am still on the title to the golf cart, right?
The golf cart that she's trying to take now.
I am not. I
No.
can show you the insurance card where my name is on it.
Insurance is different.
Okay, so,
Sole owner since 2019 was her on that, per the
okay,
MVD,
so per the MVD
Motor Vehicle Division, Arizona.
in Arizona, so she changed that illegally without me knowing.
That was from 2019.
I understand that the divorce, unfortunately, has been going on since 2019 because of this.
Well, all I can tell you is what the
Okay.
MVD is showing, as well as the
Gotcha.
title to the. She showed me the actual physical paper title to
Gotcha.
the golf cart.
Okay.
And you have also agreed with me that that particular one in question is the one that she is awarded
Was
to.
awarded, that is correct. So
So
then
she's
I
just
guess,
trying to get her property.
and I'm just trying to get mine. I hope you understand that. I just want titles to the vehicles that I was given.
That I can't force her to give to you.
Okay.
That's something that you're going to have to handle in court.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So how can she legally change the title without me signing off on it?
All I can tell you from 2019 when the title was issued is it says that it was solely in her name.
Okay, and then what about her opening my garage door?
The reason why she's opening the garage doors because she states that she's on
Okay.
the deed to the home. So
She
she has
is-
partial ownership of this home.
Okay, now, but the court orders say that it was awarded to me, so does that...
Contingent upon you buying her out is what she told me.
Okay, so do you believe
So
her
is
or the
the
court?
so is the golf course.
I haven't
Hang
seen
on.
that portion
Yeah,
of the
I'm
paperwork that
working
you're
on it, I'm
providing
sorry.
me that
I
you've been
apologize.
awarded the sole.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I'm sorry that...
I'm not trying to cause her,
No,
allow her
and
to
I'm
break the
sorry
law or
that
anything like that.
she's causing this, because all she had to do was give...
81-year-old father. the
Yeah,
other
she did
night.
this to my father the other night. And all she had to do was give me the title to the vehicles. You're just gonna have to wait a minute, because there's a lot of stuff that she has. Can you make sure she's not taking anything again? That's just the type of person she is.
There's no changes.
Appreciate it. And then when I provide this, what could I do about her opening my garage door?
The tricky part is the fact that she still is showing from all of the systems that we can
Gotcha.
verify that's
Understood.
separate from yourself as well as separate from her,
Understood.
showing that she is still partial, she's on the deed of the home. And so when we see that in law enforcement, for somebody to say that they're going to be trespassing on property that they have vested interest in
Understood.
is very difficult for us
Okay.
to prosecute.
Did she show you the paperwork showing that she owned the golf cart? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She did.
Can she show you?
She changed the title by herself. And
Okay.
Didn't tell me.
Did she show you the attorney award of the golf cart?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the same paperwork shows that she owns this house. So she needs to show you that part because she's lying to you when that she says that. So she's not allowed
The
officially to
ownership
come
of
in.
the home that I'm seeing is from our county resources. That's
Yeah.
separate from
Understood.
every party here.
Understood.
I
Understood.
verified that
Yeah,
privately.
yeah, yeah. All right.
which does take time for titles to get moved over and
Absolutely.
everything like that.
Yeah, so the divorce.
Especially
so-
for refis
yeah.
and everything
So I'm
like
not sure what she's told you. So the divorce was final on 12/14.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I could not refi until that point, and I have my refi paperwork.
And it takes time to,
Yeah.
to go
So
through the
She's
she
process.
understands.
taking advantage of the fact that she's still on the deed
Yeah,
to trespass.
yeah,
Well, you can't trespass on property you own.
Well,
right.
I understand that this is what we equate in law enforcement to a very big civil matter. This is a civil arrangement that's going on that obviously you feel like you're entitled to the home, and with the due
Oh, no,
process.
no, it's not feel.
But
it's-
with
yeah, I
due
got you.
process, with the paperwork, you are going to get this home fully in your name. At the time being, as it stands right now, as you're saying that you're going through the process of the refinance and everything like that, you have also confirmed with me verbally that she is still currently on this deed. Currently, right now.
however, here's the question. If somebody, like a renter is renting, and they basically just abandon a home, and there a law in Arizona that says after so many days, you no longer can enter that home without some sort of,
When it comes to deed, it's different. So if it's a rental, there is a certain abandoning
Right.
of property, but if you own the property, you own the property.
gotcha.
And I'm not saying she solely owns it, it's jointly owned. Which is what it says on the county information that I got
So
as well.
does she have the titles that are notarized to give Kelly to exchange the golf cart?
For this particular golf cart that she's requesting, yes,
No,
she
no,
has
no.
the title.
We're talking about the other titles?
she's- No,
Yeah.
and he
So
can't
she's-
legally do anything.
Yeah, so she's wanting that, and then she's gonna hold the titles and not give her the titles to the other two cars. So,
Yeah.
You have to, when it comes to getting stuff moved over into your name, you have to provide the divorce decree as well as paperwork saying that you're awarded certain things. At times, you have to fight with the MVD to get it just forced into your name. It's the joys of
But-
divorce.
she shouldn't have to force it. If she wants to truly get that golf cart, she can drive back to her house and get the titles and come back over.
But at the same time, we know who owns this. Collectively, you two as well as her. We know that she
No, no, no,
is due
she's,
to.
she doesn't own it.
I'm
She
saying,
has
I
no
know,
part
but
of
we
it.
right?
we three know that that particular golf cart is
I
entitled
gotcha.
to her based on the
gotcha.
divorce decree, and I'm also providing information that she owns it per MVD.
Right.
If you are willfully holding a vehicle that is not yours, in this particular case, willfully not holding it, there is the potential of you getting charged with possession of a stolen vehicle.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
want that to
not
happen to
willfully,
anybody.
no, I'm not willfully
That's
holding
where,
it.
tonight we're getting rid of this
Yeah.
golf cart.
Well,
Now-
can you do that with, in regards to the titles? Can we go over to her house and barge in her house and say,
Title?
hey,
No.
we want the titles?
And again, if this was a certain situation like we're describing exactly here, where you have the deed and you have partial ownership of whatever house she's staying at currently, then that would be a different can of worms that we'd open up there. If she is solely living completely separate from her, and she is not on any paperwork or anything like that, giving her any rights to that home that she's staying at, then absolutely not.
You need to get the paperwork from her that shows the golf cart only.
Can I see the, if I can, with all due respect, I'm still looking for this. Can I see the title paperwork if you could?
That I don't have to provide to you. That's hers.
How do
The
I know
title,
that
her name's on that title, those titles as well.
No, it's not.
Her name
She
is on the
changed it.
title, no. Her name's on the title paperwork for the other two cars that she possesses.
The only thing that we're worrying about right now is that one particular golf cart. I
So-
understand that you have other paperwork and other issues that you have with this woman in terms of her not giving you paperwork that you are needing. Unfortunately, I can't say, well, I'm going to allow her to hold your golf cart until you get this. That doesn't work
I
that way.
understand. I
So,
understand.
So-
as soon as she leaves, we could call 911 again and go back over there and say, where's the titles to the car, and go over there and do the same thing that she's doing right now.
Her
'Cause she's on
only
the
reason
titles.
for her to be here currently is because she has the deed to the home. That is the big difference.
I got you.
So tell me
I got you.
this.
How does she get her titles?
In terms of the title, like I said, you provide the divorce decree, you have to fight with the MVD to get stuff moved over to her name or solely into your name.
And
You
how
can do that separate from her. She has to make an appointment with the MVD, provide the divorce decree, say this is happening, and see if they are able to move that over themselves. I have seen them do that in the past.
How can we embarrass her and bring the cops over to her house for the deed that she owns?
Well, the only person that
The
we're
title.
embarrassed is we three right now, and we're in a private place.
I
And so I'm not
understand
trying
that,
to
but-
embarrass you guys any more than we have to. I just have to get this
Just
golf
leave
cart
it.
off.
Just leave it.
Can we do the exact same thing that she's doing when
Does
go
she
over to her
have
house?
lawful rights to that home, and is she on the deed of that home?
No,
No,
she is not.
No,
Then
she
no.
doesn't. But I'm not saying go break in her house or do anything like that. I'm saying, can we go over there and call the police and say, okay, we're here to get the deed or the titles to these cars?
When it comes to the paperwork thing, this is property. Paperwork is not
Okay.
And as we're running different vehicles and stuff like that, that is showing in different people's names.
Okay, so when we give her this golf cart, she's going to scream that other things are going to be hers as well? Just the golf cart? It's on the paperwork, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
working on the
Make
golf
sure
cart.
that when you look at golf cart, it says golf cart only. I know, I'm just saying.
And then just to make sure between you and I that we're on the same page, the golf cart that we're talking about is the one that's facing this way,
Blue
The
one.
blue one.
not the one that's pointed that
It
way.
looks
The
black.
Is it closest to the door here?
Yeah.
Yes, right here.
Yep.
Okay. Are either of you able to move the passenger car? That car is showing in both of your guys' name.
Okay, so that is
That's
in
the
this as
problem.
soon as I find it.
I'm just asking you to move it so we can get this golf.
Yeah, I know.
But my hope for right now is to get that out of the way so she can get off away from your property.
No.
And get the golf
She's
cart and be
gonna-
done
yeah,
for now.
she's gonna wait.
For
until-
tonight.
Yeah, I got you. She's gonna wait until I can find it. And I apologize.
I don't know what you're looking for right
I'm
now.
looking for the divorce decree that shows that I was awarded this house.
But like I said before, it's showing that the deed currently as it stands right now, she is on the deed just as much as you are.
Okay,
You guys are jointly on the deed, so she is allowed into the home per the deed from what I'm seeing.
okay.
Yes, you may have been awarded, and she even agreed to a certain extent that you have been awarded this contingent upon you buying her out. These are her words, not anything that I can verify.
Understood.
So the only reason why, and then like I said before, the garage door was open before I got here.
Okay, and she's allowed, until she's off that deed, she's allowed to open that garage door?
I can't trespass her from the property because she owns the property jointly with yourself,
Okay,
correct?
so then for me, because I'm fearful for this individual because what she has done, what do I need to do to make sure she can't do that again? Because I don't know what she's going to do now.
My suggestion to you is to either, it sounds like you tried to reprogram the garage door, is that correct?
I did reprogram it.
Okay. Well, it didn't get cleared like we were hoping it to get cleared because she has some sort of device that still has access to it.
Okay.
Okay?
So
And
can you make her give me that access?
can't.
Okay. So what can I do to protect myself?
What you
Because I
can
am
do to
fearful
protect
of this
yourself,
person.
because you're fearful for this person, is whether you're contacting somebody that's a garage door that knows more about garage door openers than we three, or you purchase a new garage door to get completely separate things. So when she comes over, say tomorrow, because she has to collect something, she tries her clicker and it does not work anymore, she would then have to contact us.
So
We would then be the mediator between yourself and
what
her.
else does she have to collect?
I'm saying because you're concerned for her doing this again. That's what I'm saying. And so, should she do this again, if you change the garage door opener, she's not going to have access to the garage door because,
But you just told me that she has access to this property.
as it stands with her being on the deed to the home.
So how do we get her off?
So
the-
how you get off the deed is continue through the process that you're going through. That's
Okay.
how we get her off the deed.
I got you, but I'm going through the process, and that's going to take 3 months.
It takes time. Yes. So what happens is, God forbid she comes over tomorrow,
Yeah.
you call us.
But
We
you're
mediate
telling me
between the two of you.
You'll allow her access to my home.
The only reason why I allowed her access today is because I was able to verify independently that she is on the deed. I'm not
Wait.
seeing anything that's preventing her on this property currently.
What if she shows that she's got access and she's on the deed tomorrow and says, "Oh, I'm missing a pair of socks. I want to go in that home."
If she's choosing to come into the home and you see her coming into the home, you call us and then we're going to have to mediate then. I can't say she's not allowed on this because she's on the deed. I'm going to be straight up with you.
What if she comes in the middle of the night and we're fearful and we
Then
protect
you call
ourselves?
us. Then you call 911.
Jesus, love, this is the law is messed up. For
Yeah.
this. I
She
not your
hasn't
fault.
been
I
here in
understand.
2
It's
years.
I
it's
gotcha.
the civil part of
Yeah.
going through the separation of property. It's very
so for
convoluted.
me, and it's not separation; it's divorce.
I'm saying that the separation of the
Gotcha.
property between
So
each of
for
them.
me,
It takes time.
again, do I need to do a restraining order? What
You
do I
can
need
seek
to
a
do? Because
res- So what
I
happened is if you had a restraining order today because you're
Yeah.
fearful for your life,
Yeah.
and she would have to park a few houses down saying, "Hey, I want to pick up my property," I would come here, I would knock on the door, and I would act on behalf of her in
Okay.
order to get her property that she's lawfully entitled to, that particular property.
understood.
That is one thing that you can do in the interim if the judge grants it to you. and you have to obviously prove that you're fearful for your safety based on this woman.
And
I have no idea what happened between the two of you guys because, again, I'm not here between your guys'
Understood.
relationship nor divorce.
Yeah.
But I don't deny that it was probably messy.
3 years.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So that being said, you can go to the Surprise City Court on Monday. It'll be
Yeah,
open Monday.
I went down there before, but they told me that she had to do 3 acts of you making you feel uncomfortable before I could do anything.
It really depends on the judge that you talk to. I'll be
Okay.
honest. I've had certain people that this person looked at me wrong. Boom. Here's your order of protection.
Okay.
It's very dependent.
Gotcha.
So
So what happens if we get startled and we protect ourselves because this is where we live and something happens? What happens to me if I protect myself?
if you protect yourself, then you're gonna have to go to the same exact burden that I have. You have to be able to prove without a reasonable doubt that you believed your life or someone else's life was in danger.
Will
would
somebody
be
coming
very-
in without
But again,
notification or something because she knows
My
that she can
recommendation
do
to
it?
you is if you truly believe that you are the sole owner of this home, again, contingent upon the court order and things like that, do methods, whether it's secondary locks or whatever you can to add
Sure,
additional
but
things
you're
to you.
telling me that I can't do that because she's on the deed.
I'm saying I
No,
can't
we
force
will.
her out.
Right.
I
You
got
can't
you.
I
let her
can't
in.
prevent her.
I got you, my apologies.
Yeah.
Understand? I know it's gray. It's very
It's just been very
confusing.
ugly, and yeah,
Okay.
she wants
She can
what
lawfully
she
break
wants,
in.
but she
So
doesn't
my
want.
recommendation to you on this one, just so you can feel better and safer at night, is Monday morning. Go. You can actually start the process now. If you Google AZ Point, like
Yeah,
the
I
point of
have
a
the
spear.
little brochure.
Okay, just making
I've been
sure.
to the office.
Just making sure.
But I thought this individual wouldn't go this far.
Go
and
through the
now I'm
process
scared.
once again. Go through the process. You just fill out most of it online. I think it's still because of COVID. They swear you in over the phone. It makes it even easier for you.
Okay.
And see if a different judge or whoever you get assigned. Again, you can't really shop for judges, but you just cross your fingers
Sure.
and hope that they listen.
So can you ask her if she'll give the titles back to me? Because the police officer the other day asked if the golf cart was at my father's, which it wasn't.
Okay.
And said, can I have it now?
I can ask her.
Can you ask her?
So what I want to do right now to get this process done with for tonight, at least, is who can move the car, one of the cars.
I'll move the car.
I'll move the Jeep. Can
Okay.
you ask her before we move the Jeep and she gets it? Because once she gets the golf cart,
I'm going to talk to her.
she's going to be gone.
As you guys are moving the stuff, I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that fair? I'm sorry to be barging in and scaring you guys. I tried knocking on the door and stuff
I
like that, but I
understand.
know
I
that you're
work nights.
I feel you.
So,
Worked nights most of my career. I get you. So
I'm like fucking out,
yeah.
right? And she's just it's a.
I would
it's a
try if I
bad
were you as
deal.
well. As you're going through the order of protection, it's worth a stop at the MVD with your divorce decree. Sometimes they will allow you to do the transfer of title. I have seen this done in the past
Yeah.
where in similar circumstances with a divorce and stuff like that, pulling somebody off of the title on that.
Yeah.
That alone, to give you your title to your cars that you were rightfully given based on the divorce decree,
Right.
without even having to deal with her nonsense. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That might be a better avenue. I'm going to still ask her while you guys are moving,
Yeah,
one or two of the cars.
she's gonna say no.
She's going to say no, and that's what I expect. But I'm thankful that you're expecting the worst as well, because this is how things go, unfortunately, in the circumstances. But
But will you please let her know that if she enters a home, even though she's on the deed and somebody protects themselves, that could be a bad
it
situation.
can be a bad situation for everybody, and that's
Yeah.
not something that we want to have happen.
Especially when you get startled.
I know. And so if she has anything else that she needs to come over here for, I'm gonna have her at least
Well,
request her
there's
call.
she
back.
has-
for your information, everything's been
Arbitrated.
arbitrated.
Perfect.
There's nothing.
So there shouldn't be any other
Nothing
reason
else.
for her
that
to
is
come over.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So thank you. I'll have you move the cars while I talk with her, okay? Thank you, guys. Okay. How are you involved? Just so I know.
I'm
just the
He's just
driver.
my neighbor. I just brought him
You're
to
just
take
the
my
neighbor.
car home.
Yes.
Okay, cool
I'm
deal.
just the
That's
driver of one of these vehicles.
Are
I just
you
brought
able
him-
to drive a golf cart?
What difference does that make?
I'm trying to make this as peaceful as
Yeah, yeah,
possible.
I
You saw
gotcha.
how long I was in there for, okay? I'm
did.
trying to be as calm and chill as we can.
What's the issue? She doesn't want.
They're in
me
the
to go.
process. It's not a matter of that, nor a matter of you lawfully being there or not. If he walks with me, we're going to deal with much less grief. You're going to get your property back
Yeah.
sooner and faster.
That's fine.
That's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
good with that. So he needs
So-
to take the golf cart out of the
As long as
garage, and
he's
then,
yeah, as long
and
as
then
you're
I can
cool with
drive
it.
it away after that.
I
Or,
don't care what you guys do down the road. Is there any titles that they have that they are in need of that you have possession of?
there are, and I set up a time to get them notarized because they have to be notarized. They're and so I went to the DMV, as I told you, and they told me these have to be notarized. I went to the bank and said, "Can you do mine?" And then I can hand her hers, and she can do hers separately. And they said, "No, there's only one place to notarize. We won't do it unless you're both there." So I said, "When can we do it? Can we do it Saturday? That is her only day off, and that I can guarantee she can be here when you are open." And they said, "We're booked solid, but if you can bring her in tomorrow morning at 9, get her over here, we'll work you in and we'll do it." So
this-
I know this was the other day. Yes, this
Okay.
Saturday. So I gave her notification that this was what we could do yesterday at noon. And I said, "This is where I will be. I will be there at 9. Bring my golf cart. We'll get this done." She refused. She says, "I'm not giving you anything until you this." I have 50 emails with her telling me
I can
she's
only
not
imagine.
giving me the golf cart
Okay.
until this, until that, until this, until that. And I finally, on advice of counsel, had to go to this extreme, unfortunately. And I don't want, the other officer said, "If you call and report this as a stolen vehicle, somebody's going to get arrested." And I said, I don't want that to happen because I'm not trying to send anybody to jail. I just want my property so I can move on with my life.
All right. So again, if I go in there with you,
I'm gonna be right there with you, man. I'm not gonna
okay.
leave you hanging,
I was
bro.
gonna say I don't want to be. I don't want to
I'm
get
not gonna
involved
leave you
any
hanging,
more
dude.
than being the driver. guy.
Just we need to make sure that I get the charger as well. Okay. The charger and the
Before I let them go, I'll make sure that you have your property. Okay. What's your name, bud?
Hank,
Hank. Nice to meet you.
how you doing, brother?
Okay.
All right.
Would this be easier? This is Hank. He's just a neighbor / friend of hers. As opposed to her coming on here grabbing this,
Good.
he's willing to.
No,
Is that okay?
I'll move it.
Sure.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Let's get on the rocks so we can get run over. Okay. Is there a charger associated with this golf cart?
There is, the golf cart was awarded to her. That's it.
So was the charger, Kelly.
It was not.
It's all part of the package.
It is not.
Don't be an ass.
I'm not being an ass. No, I am not.
We're
The
not
golf-
gonna argue
Yeah,
over this.
we're not.
Check that you stole.
Hey, Lise, go back in the garage, please. Lise.
Okay, stop,
Please.
stop. Please,
back
let's
in.
keep this as civil as we can. Okay?
So, the golf cart was awarded to her, sir. That's what's awarded, that's what I've done. There it is.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you have anything in the paperwork that says that you're awarded this that you can show me right now? The charger, excuse me.
The charger's part of the package of the golf cart, and she knows it. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be specified. That's what makes the golf cart run. It's like saying you can have the car, but not the transmission.
So this
Seriously.
is part of the rest of the civil
If I-
issues.
She
Okay.
can make me go to
Okay.
court to get it.
Unfortunately, if it's not saying specifically plus charger, I can't force her to.
So there's the golf cart,
Okay.
okay? And you've told her
Yeah.
about not,
And we'll talk about the titles and stuff like
What
that.
about
Yeah.
some of these other things about like getting my money that she owes me and things like that?
That's all
She wants
civil
things-
handled through court.
yeah.
If she's not adhering to the civil agreement and the divorce decree, you're going to have to take her to court for that, and vice
I don't
versa.
have to. We're going to garnish her wages starting.
Or whatever you got to do.
Fine, but
Okay. So I'm gonna let you go with this, with what it is, and let you guys go. Okay. I
You
have
got to
to.
be kidding me. She won't give me the
I
charger.
can't. I can't force that. So. Can we talk inside?
Absolutely.
You can close the garage on the way in too, if you would feel, or we
Can
can
I
talk.
have the garage door opener?
She's not going to give it to you. With how tit for tat this is, she's not going to give it to you.
Clothes and all that, we'll just start walking
Yeah,
along.
we'll just undo the,
So in regards to this, and this is only me bringing her information to you, just so you're completely aware. This is not anything that I was able to verify or anything like that.
Yeah.
She's claiming that the rest of the titles that you have on these other vehicles that you have to have are you and the and versus the or her.
that
And
is,
she is that, does that sound about
I
right?
don't know, because she took them from me.
Okay. So based on that, she is claiming, again, this is not anything that I can verify, that both parties, yourself and her, have to be present at a notary at the same time, is what she's claiming.
Okay, I Googled it, and Arizona law says you
Well,
don't.
in
This is
and
what
you
she's
do.
claiming.
Yeah, I got you.
And so
And I checked it
she
out.
doesn't have anything here, nor would she give this to you because
Yeah.
she's believing that it's both of you guys. Oh, do you have the key?
I left it in the golf cart, sir.
She's-
Maybe the dude's got it.
Is it in the golf cart?
No, and she pulled it out, so she had the last possession of it.
Would you like to
No,
first?
I'm not going to push it in.
Maybe the cup holder.
Yeah, it's right there. I see the keys.
Where?
It's attached
Okay.
just underneath there. If you are concerned for your safety tonight,
Oh, I'm gonna yank it.
what you can do is you can yank it, and they're usually something that you can put a bolt on.
Oh, yeah, you can lock them at the top.
sometimes-
Sometimes you can, but these don't have them.
I'm not seeing it
yeah.
actually, unfortunately.
Do you get a lot of these?
We get a lot of divorce
Do you get a lot of
issues.
these in this?
In this neck of the wood, no. It happens, but that's why I'm not emotional about
I'm
this
with
whole
you,
thing, as I'm
David.
completely
I'm with
used
you.
to.
You're- yeah.
I understand we're emotional at first because I'm barging into your house. I
Yeah, you
apologize for
scared the
that.
fuck out of me.
I apologize for that. So you can unplug the sucker. You can do whatever you have to do to make yourself feel safe. If you hear any bump in the night or anything like that, don't hesitate to call 911. I would still go through the avenues that you're seeking, with Monday going to AZ Point to get the order of protection if that's what you feel like you need. Number two, I would probably also try with the copy of the divorce decree. And if you have a notarized or wet stamped one so they can believe it's true,
Right.
go to the MVD and see what they can do in terms of, I have had multiple situations very similar to this where they got it completely removed. Granted, at that particular point, one party was trying to report it stolen on behalf of the other party,
Right.
and they were able to get all this stuff changed
So here's,
on their own.
that
through
stuff
MVD.
I'm not worried about. My worry is her and coming in this home and being able to come into this home.
I would do everything. Number one, find a copy of that paperwork that we were having a hard time finding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Print
I
that
will,
out. So, God forbid she comes over tonight or tomorrow or something like that.
Right.
It's going to be a lot easier for us to see it on paper. Okay? Do
Okay.
what you can to get that on paper so I can
Okay.
see it.
Okay.
Number two, look through, because I know those are long, look through the specific stipulations that you believe to be
Yep.
true here.
Yep.
Highlight that crap.
Yep.
So it's easier for us to see it. Fair? And then if bump in the night, etc., call 911.
Okay.
Do what you have to do. Understand that you're still held to the same standard that we're held to. I would hate for you to go through a whole lot of litigation, court, etc., and potentially charging for something that hopefully could be
Right.
solved in a much more safer way.
Yep.
What we talked about on the inside in terms of additional locking mechanisms to your home, you can do as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Here's the scary part.
Well,
You
yeah.
put her truck in the car in her
Right.
garage because she's scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get your card?
Absolutely. My name is Detective Goebel. I'm actually helping patrol out tonight, so if you need me for anything, don't hesitate,
We
okay?
had Detective or Mr. Jordan last night.
Yes, good man.
Good man.
Okay. Any other questions I can help you with?
Yeah, real quick, and I don't want ear. I don't want to. If I woke up in the middle of the night and somebody's coming to my house and I have a firearm, the person's not going to be around anymore to talk about anything. But I don't want, that's not a threat. That's if somebody startles me. They need to know that there's firearms in this home, that you, even though you're on the deed to that house, you're still entering a home where somebody else has been living for 2 years. And it's going to be a bad situation. Sometimes those things happen. You don't have time to call 911.
I'm going to recommend her obviously contact us and do
Right.
it during normal
I don't
normal
want
time.
that to happen. I'm not
Yes.
that person. But if I get scared because she's doing these kind of crazy things and going by and open our garage in the middle of the day and she knows too
Okay.
much about this house not to have been doing it already.
Sure.
That means that I'm gonna be carrying it a lot closer to
Be
me.
very careful, okay?
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
It's just, if she can just stay away from, there's my dad.
Okay, I was wondering.
Cops called on him the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
yeah.
glowing, so
He is glowing.
Looks good, huh, Pops?
Okay, well, I'll let you guys go, okay?
Appreciate you.
Take care.
All right.
How you doing?
Is there anything else I can help you with, ma'am?
So you're seriously gonna let her get away with this?
This isn't a matter of, I can't force it. Unless it's written very clearly. This one was an
No.
easy one, right?
Nobody would have ever thought in 100,000 years that you would need to.
It is what it is. I'm unfortunately used to this kind of stuff when it comes to divorces. They're always messy.
Yeah, they are.
Just take the car.
I will.
Deal with
Take
it
what you
another
got.
day.
It's $300 for a new charger. Fuck it.
Yeah.
She'll just call
It's
you
irritating.
on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left her a message. I was hoping I'd get her and maybe she could clarify and clear things up, but I didn't know if there was any way to do that or not.
Is there anything else on the property that you have?
Yes, there's a. She claims she doesn't have it though. You're never gonna get it from her.
Oh, well, in that case, if she's saying she doesn't have it, but is there any reason for you to be at the home again?
Yes, to collect my other property, which I'm gonna have to do the paperwork to get a civil standby because so that I can enter the home and find it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have no business over
Okay.
here, and I don't even live on this side of the.
Well,
I'm not
you-
currently staying on this side of the community, so there's no other reason for me to come here.
The only reason that I'm having this conversation and these questions
They're
with you is
concerned I'll come back and I won't.
I would hate for you to come back and get yourself, hurt or otherwise. If you do come back for anything, normal times, call us beforehand. We'll do what we can, just like I have tonight, to mediate between the two of you guys, okay?
Okay.
I'm very
So what do I
neutral here.
need to get a civil standby to enter the home to get my property?
So civil standbys get tricky. When it comes to law enforcement civil standbys that we have, number one has to get approved by a sergeant. You just call our non-emergency line.
Yeah.
The sergeant will say yes or no. Typically, they are going to want a civil standby to be from court order. Whether it's from recent court order, whether your divorce decree says it. Oftentimes it's when someone gets arrested and they have an allowance to go there or an order of protection or something like that.
Gotcha.
Civil standbys are not where we contest property. We're not the final person that distinguishes between property per se. If she's saying it's yours, if you're saying it's yours, I can't.
She's been ordered to turn over these things to me. They're simple things.
My
like
recommendation.
Some files, some computer software, my tennis racket, those kinds of things.
My recommendation in that case, if she's refusing or saying she doesn't know where it is, I would file a grievance with court. I think that would be your best
Here
means.
in Arizona, or
Because she's here, I would probably say yes. That would be easier to do it. You can try, because you said it was out of Colorado, correct?
the divorce is out of Colorado. I am a Colorado resident. I'm just trying to get my belongings and get it out.
You can attempt through Colorado just to see what their avenues are. I know that this does happen quite frequently where people don't want to listen, yada, yada, yada. And then court has their arrangements that they go about getting that. Law enforcement typically doesn't get involved in these type of situations where the only reason why we're getting involved tonight is because this is a vehicle that I'm able to prove unequivocally is yours. And that if I couldn't get that to you, it would potentially be reported as stolen, etc. So because of that, it becomes a potential criminal matter, which is why we're getting as involved as we are. Thankfully, we got this for you.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that we're done with
She
the.
wasn't going to give it up, was she?
We did what we could, so, and you got it. So, yeah, go through your
Call
court.
it night.
Yeah, I think we'll call it a night. And then just go about what you have to do through, you can attempt through Colorado. They may say, she lives, this property is in Arizona, you have to get it affirmed in Arizona, etc. Okay? That might be
What is
something.
affirmed in Arizona?
So basically, all they do is you go to your local court. It's not going to be a city court; it has to be a county court. Say that you have a divorce decree. Like, say this is a custody. We predominantly get these over custody issues with kids. We can't enforce an out-of-state custody agreement.
Yeah,
So
to
they
get
have.
it-
So literally, they just go in. The judge looks it over, makes sure it
Says
sounds
it's
about
all
right,
sounds right,
and then
stamps it,
they
yeah.
put their stamp in Maricopa County. That's the only thing that it means to get affirmed.
Can that be done if I walk into the courthouse by myself without representation? Or do I need to get it?
You should be able to do it by yourself.
A
This
lot
isn't
of
anything
stuff
that you're
can
going to
be
need a
done.
lawyer. Yeah.
Pretty easily.
Lawyers are used to get the divorce decree done. So,
Right, right.
okay. So, good luck with the rest of everything, and you have a good one, okay?
You have a card?
Yes. And again, my name's Detective Goebel, okay?
I appreciate your help.
You have a good day. Take care. No, appreciate you. You as well. You guys have a good night.